Hey, brothers and sisters, you might recognize this gentleman right here. This is Rodney King as he appears in the most recent picture. Now, there's some images with him out there with his hair grown back in place. Matter of fact, he was just doing Lawrence O'Donnell's show talking about this April, making the 20th anniversary of the LA riots. And he wrote a book, The Riot Within, if I'm not mistaken. And as soon as it comes out, I'm going to go get it and support the brother. Because 21 years ago now, because he was beaten he was beaten 91, and the riots happened in April of 92. The 4 police officers was acquitted. And every time I think about him getting hit 56 times in 81 seconds. 56 times in 81 seconds. This is caught on video. And these police officers were acquitted. Nothing happened to them. And, considering what happened with Trayvon Martin 20 years later, it just strikes me that so many black men and young black boys have lost their lives due to misconduct by people within and outside the community. But I'm not going to talk about the Rodney King riots right now. What I'm going to talk about what the media is trying to do and what some people are speaking about. When the whole Trayvon Martin situation started, I heard people in the media throw out Rodney King because I guess they assume that, the anniversary's coming up and this might be the perfect time to sit out there and keep repeating it. And I've heard brothers and sisters say, oh man, it's going to be another riot. It's going to be a race war. And I keep telling brothers and sisters, don't let them use what happened to Mr. King and to happen to young Trayvon to get you paranoid or to get you angry. So you have to understand, people in the media and politicians like to use certain words and imagery to set people off. Think about it. If you say Trayvon, let alone Rodney King, people are going to think about the riots. They're going to think about the people that lost their lives. They're going to think about that famous video of Reginald Denny, I'm not mistaken, the truck driver that was pulled from his truck and savagely beaten by some idiots for no reason. Now, this man did nothing to them, but they was acting out of anger and stupidity. But yet, white people, when they go back to, they didn't think about necessarily the beating that Rodney King got. They go back to that Reginald Denny video. And then remember when Living Color and them made jokes about Rodney King. Can we all just get along? I never forget that. And that's when I had lost respect for the Wayans family because they mocked something that wasn't supposed to be mocked. Now, a lot of people say it would be shock value and whatever, but no. This man could have very well died, and this man developed some issues behind that. And you don't know what kind of trauma he has to this day. Because I know I still have nightmares and dreams about when I was in Iraq. Or things that I saw. And just imagine you have 4 police officers beating the crap out of you. 56 times in 81 seconds. Someone videotaping it and they're still walking. This is why when I tell brothers and sisters, be prepared if Zimmerman doesn't do any jail time. Because people in the media, people with political motives have made Trayvon out to be a thug. But don't let them use the Rodney King verdict to make you angry or to get you out there and say and do things you normally wouldn't do. Because I remember I was 16 years old when that shit happened. I was in high school. I will never forget how we watched the news coverage, watch LA burn. Parts of Los Angeles burn. I watched how people of color who do not want to identify themselves as black was out there looting and burning things. But the media is not going to show you that. They're going to make this out into just a black issue. Now here it is today. Every tip we turn around, we hear people talk about O.J. Simpson, Tiger Woods, Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson, whomever. Whether they did things or not, they talk about them every day. They don't let you forget. But how many of us bring up them white police officers? Then, remember when the Professor Gates thing went down and how everybody was saying the black folk, you shouldn't use the word call somebody racist, or this cop can't be racist, and maybe you guys are over exaggerating. Why didn't we or they pull out that Rodney King video? Why didn't they pull a video out back? This cop in California, I think it was an '06, slammed a little boy on a car, a police officer, and nobody said anything, or about the black girl getting punched by the Seattle police officer, or the cops that killed Sean Bell, Oscar Grant, or those brothers and sisters in New Orleans, or the former police commander John Burge getting a pension and only getting 4 years in jail, but yeah, when he get out, he can collect that money again after this man tortured, falsified evidence. Him and his officers under his command sent men to prison for crimes they didn't commit. See, don't let them get you distracted. Now, don't get me wrong. If you want to learn about what happened in 1991, 92, by all means, study it. But don't let them sit out there and put the mindset that either you're going to riot or the community got to be on lockdown. Because I'm finna tell you what's going to happen. The media is going to talk about every now and then. Somebody might go out there and try to do something or say something in public about what they're going to do to Zimmerman, which I suggest they don't. And when we get close to him going to trial, they're going to bring up Rodney King. They're going to bring up the riots. And they're going to show that Reginald Denny video. Don't let these people mind fuck you into thinking that somehow that because we may not get justice or we may get justice, that we automatically going to go crazy and do dumb shit. If you think I'm exaggerating, ask yourself right now. What happened to Ron Artest, or Metal World Peace, whatever you want to call himself, when he elbowed that other player from Oklahoma, whether he did it on purpose or not, they're trying to make this into a big story. On political shows, like on MSNBC, the quote-unquote liberal station, they talked about it last night. But here it is, hockey players can hit people, nearly got people killed. Here it is, they have ultimate fighting, I think that's what you call it, people in these octagon rings fighting and beating the shit out of each other. But they always want to point out something we either did or we've been through when it suits them. That's hypocrisy. Every day a black man or a black woman or a black boy or a black girl is being murdered by people who don't look like us or by people who do like us. And the moment we get together and protest, the first thing they say, they're going to riot. There hasn't been any riots since the Rodney King thing. And the only reason why those happened because the blatant disrespect for this man's rights. Here it is, they moved the court case to another location, to Simi Valley, I think it's Simi Valley, California. Just like they're going to do with this Trayvon Martin thing. But me and some more people have won. I've been saying it since the beginning of this, since the whole Trayvon, on my old channel, on my other channel, and on this channel as well, that y'all be prepared for it not to go the way we think it's going to go. This is why I say in my videos, y'all must learn history. You must understand patterns repeat themselves. See, this is why they say and do things that piss us off. Because they want to see it. The media want to see fights. They want to see us acting the fool. Brothers and sisters, don't go out there and tear your communities up. Matter of fact, don't tear nobody communities up. But if you do feel that you feel the need to go into somebody's community, don't do it in ours. Because our community is being gutted already. We don't need to add to it anymore. But don't let them keep mentioning Rodney King to put that shit in your head that it must be a riot. Because if you keep listening to it, it's going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, people don't understand. When Rodney King was attacked, black folks made, and there was a lot of movies out here and TV shows, even to this day, that still make jokes about that. Nothing to joke about. But the only reason why people felt they needed was make jokes because the Living Color, Cast and Living Color, made a skit about it. And that's when other people started like, oh, we don't talk about it. When it came to 10-year anniversary, I don't recall people talking about it. Now, I could be wrong. And usually people say, well, no, we don't talk about it. But every day we hear somebody bring up 9/11 in some capacity. Or bring up about Natalie Holloway. Or the Kennedy assassination. Or the Holocaust. Or Amelia Earhart. Or the Limburger baby. Or Charles Lindbergh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Limburger, excuse me. But they do this to keep their history. They want to remind people of their pain or how upset they were. But how many black kids today know about Rodney King? If they do, they only know about what I said. They show that Reginald Denny clip of the white guy getting beat. They go back to Rodney King. They don't show the clips of our Asian and Arab and Mexican and Pakistani counterparts going along rioting and running out of stores, burning buildings up in our community. But long as they start getting towards their community, they don't show you the image where they had Korean store owners and Mexican store owners standing on their buildings with shotguns ready to shoot our people down. So before you guys start listening about Rodney King and hearing riots, think about it all. Think about the effects. Think about when the Bloods and Crips hit a ceasefire and somebody went in there and disrupted that ceasefire and they got back to fighting again. Think about the promises they was going to build businesses back in that community and they didn't do it. In fact, the business they did fix the community or the areas, those people who are legal came in, took over those communities. See, a lot of y'all got to think about the things they saying and what they doing. They're trying to distract you. You guys are just focused on all the damn riots. Oh, we need to riot. We need to get angry. We need to go out in the streets. No. You got to approach these things smart. If people should boycott any companies that's doing business with Sanford, any corporations that got business in Sanford, you should boycott them. You should write to them and say, hey, how in the hell are you going to have a business in the town that Boshy Evans let this guy shoot a kid and go away, and then let the poor child body stay in the morgue and test it for drugs? They knew exactly what the fuck they was doing. The other day, the bastard got on the stand and basically lied and said he didn't know how old he was, but then in the tape, he said he was a teenager. He said he had something, but didn't say on the stand he didn't have anything or didn't know if he had anything. Then he get a $15,000 bail? Come on. I done seen brothers out here that had a nickel bag of weed get railroaded. Come on, people. Think about these things before you react. Don't let nobody throw Rodney King name out there in vain and you guys just go along with it and say, oh, it's going to be a riot. Come on, you say it, that's what they want to hear. Oh, these niggas about to riot. We better go get our guns and shit ready. Think about it, people.